Hal here, more space engineers, yay! And behind me is the remains of an Ork ship. They've upgraded. They're now using missiles. And in so doing, they knocked out my jump drive. But I've also upgraded the ship a little bit. We've doubled the firepower. So we're gonna get back, just keep working on the hangar, and see what else comes up. First, we have to get started. So let's go. So, happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week and are having a terrific day thus far. And yes, we are back once more in Space Engineers. I figured we were on the way in anyway. May as well stop and take a look and see if the hangar would actually fit this thing. So we are going to need to skin some of that, we're going to have to grind some of that stone down there a little bit, but not too much. Looks like we can actually pull straight in and not have a whole lot of issue here. Look at that. Now we can no longer actually land this thing because of the turrets on the bottom. But we kind of knew that was going to happen anyway, right? Alright. Would be nice to actually have something in here that I could dock to, because we do have the connector down there, so I could run some piping in here really quickly. But I think we're gonna try this. And I know this is really stupid to do because you know this thing's probably going to end up drifting off or something. So let's go ahead. We're going to depressurize this. Oh, I forgot I picked up all that ice, huh? And we're going to drop this stuff off here. We're going to leave the bobs running because, yeah. I have a bunch of plates being made in the actual base, but they're going to go to this anyway. So I'm kind of hesitant to really worry about. Ooh, everybody's running. Huh? Very nice. I'm kind of hesitant about worrying about putting the about trying to transfer everything over because, like I said, it's just. I'm going to use them in here anyway, so why not just go ahead and let all of the bobs do it. Alright, so I am actually going to grab like 1,000 plates. Actually, 800 plates. And we'll grab some of those, some of that. Alright. No, we're not moving, right? Okay. So, yeah, we had so if you remember, the orcs that we've been fighting up until now have been I want to say, like, what was it called? The boom boats or something like that. Basically, they were just a lot of cannon turrets. Well, now we're fighting the shooter boats, which are all missile turrets, with a couple of the autocannon style turrets in there as well. All right. Okay, so Bob's gonna keep working on all of this. Oh, I missed a couple of spots when I was putting tiles in. Alright, so we'll let all the bobs work on that. Turn on light so we can see down here, actually. So now we have this area that we worked on last time. And now we have the new area that we haven't worked on yet. Let's actually go ahead and get that stuff out of there. Oh, and the escape ship lost the antenna again. as well as the entire rotor this time. That entire the starboard side got wrecked. Lost one of the turrets. They almost destroyed the jump drive, and I had enough parts on board from all of the ships and things that I've been breaking up to mostly repair it. I still need like 103 or something like that, I think, superconductors. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Alright, so we are going to... I need to actually... Oh, I'm going to need to take one of the windows out again. Because what I'm going to need is I need to dig under that to run conduit, to run a conveyor back here. And we are just going to excavate this stuff out. And, I don't know. Some distance in here, that should be pretty good. And like I said, this is going to be our generator room. So 2, 3, 4. That would give us, I want at least 2. Let's go 3 blocks in before we start placing reactors. Right. Okay. And so from there, we're going to have you guys a little bit more of this out. This would be so much easier if I could get a drill ship in. Alright, so the question is do I want these to be running in a line from the door that way, or do I want them running side to side? And I'm thinking we're going to do them side to side. Means I have to take more stone out. But I think that's going to be probably the best way to get all of these in here. If we do that, then we can do, say, do I want 2 blocks? I think I want to leave 1 block. So we'll have a little bit of space back here to walk around in. And then we'll have our back wall here. Now, the part of the reason why I'm doing this is because this will allow me to have a little bit of extra room if I need it in order to do some detailing, or if I want, you know, just to snazzy the place up a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go, I want a space between them. And we're gonna have 3 of these in here. That. And so what we want to do is make sure we have enough room for everything. That. There we go. Okay. And then you're gonna be another set there. And basically we're going to have to take all of this extra stuff out once we get a little bit further along. So all of this is going to come out. Get a little bit more of this done so you can see what we're talking about here for area. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to have, because I'm leaving so much space in here, I'm going to be able to put workstations in. And I'll probably do like a small engineering station on either side. And maybe, because one of the things we've been talking about is having a much more secure med bay. So I'm thinking we might do the med bay off of the engineering room, but haven't decided yet. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. So let's go ahead and get some of this stuff out. Alright, so that is going to be reactor number 2. And then the wall, the back wall, is going to be here. All the places I could land, and I land in the bloody hole. Okay. But yeah, so just to give you an idea here, that's going to be the wall there. And this is going to basically come up to here somewhere. Alright, there we go. So you're going to have this wall. Let's take this out because, you know, I can never get these things to match up blindly. There we go. Alright, so this is the kind of space we're talking here. This is not going to be it's not going to be a massive room, but it's not going to be a small one either. So I think what we're going to do is let me do a quick cut and get this place excavated, and then before we start placing anything other than the blah 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 before we start placing any of the blocks for things like other than for the walls, floor, and ceiling, I'll bring you back. So I'll probably go ahead and get at least the outer edge of this out so I know how far I'm excavating, and we'll start getting things moved out of here. All right. So yeah, we'll do that quick cut, and I will be right back. And we're back. Okay, so yeah, we got a little bit done. I'll show you what we had to grab a little bit of power there really quick. Alright, so this is what we've gotten done so far. Now, right now, the reactors will basically be from floor to ceiling. And I'm thinking I may actually take it up one block. I haven't decided yet. Because let's get all of this out of here first. And with this, what I want to do is show you basically how much room we've got in here. Because I do think that if we take this up another block, it gives us a little bit more option on how we do set dressing in here. Alright. Just to give you an idea though. Let's get some of this out of here. I have to go back and scrape all this anyway. I'm not too worried about it. There we go. But it is always nice to go ahead and get things cleaned up before you get in here and start building and realize things aren't necessarily where you thought they were. Not that I've ever had that problem. Oh, for those who don't know the joke, I have that problem all the time now. So, mining carriage, nice. So get a little bit more of this out. Like I said, I try not to do too much of the excavation work on camera, just because it tends to be a little bit on the boring side. But you know, I've had a couple of people asking about it, so you get to see it today. At least some of it. And I mean, this is really basically what I've been doing for, I don't know, the last 20 minutes or so. And as you can tell, I am not overly worried about capturing the materials that we would normally get from this. for multiple reasons. One of them being we still have something like 4 million refined iron right now. Oh, speaking of which, I actually need to queue up a little bit of plate, because I think we're out of plates again. And so, basically when I'm building stuff like this is how I do the clear the area out when I'm trying to remove all the stone. It's just take it in a small layer at a time. This helps control the depth of where we're mining. And okay, that should give a pretty good idea. So coming back over here, I mean, it's enough room that you can't see the lighting. There you go. So this is going to be like I said, it's not going to be a tiny room, but it's not going to be an insignificant one either. You know, it's not like this gaping chasm of space in here. And so what I'm thinking is, we're going to actually, I don't know if I want to run the piping under there and that way, or do I want to mine this so that you can see it? I don't know. I think it'd be kind of interesting to have it set so you can see the piping run into here. Let's go down one more. There we go. Alright, so what we're talking about doing here is having this stuff be taken out. And then we'll replace this corner tube with a conveyor junction, like the one above it. And then we'll have the pipe come back here into another conveyor junction. While we are here, let's go ahead and start making this whole area a little bit more presentable. There we go. That should work. And then you are going to end up with stuff like so. All right. There we go. Okay, and then from the other side, we'll be able to basically run all of the walls and everything that we need on this side. All right, so I think that gets us in a pretty good situation. We're gonna drill down a little bit. And again, this is just so that we actually have that our third one, yeah. This is just so we can get the piping run through the whole place. All right. Oh, I know what I can do now too. Since we're going to have this running through the floor, I'm thinking what we can do is actually take all of this out underneath. And we'll do walkways in here so you can see through and see the piping network down underneath. That could be interesting. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And then what we'll do is we'll invert the walkway so that they're actually on this face instead of that face. So they'll be flush with the ground. And then we'll have the piping running around under here. Alright, so that means we're going to have to basically take all of this stuff out. Let's see here. Let's try that again. There we go. That's better. Alright, so we're going to have a conveyor there. Conveyor junction there. And a conveyor junction there. Alright. And so you are going to come in and run basically down the middle. And we're going to have other piping doing effectively the same thing. And then, like I said, all of this is going to come out. So what I want to do is actually get this set up so that we can get everything in here. Because I want to get piping in. And so what we're going to end up with here is, let's do that. We're going to end up with these blocks down under it so that we can actually make this a pressure envelope. And still be able to see the conduit underneath. And I keep calling it conduit. I've been playing this game for, what, like 4,000 hours or something like that, and I still don't call it conveyors. There we go. Alright, and thank you. You should be the furthest one on this side, yes? Okay. So what we're gonna do is gonna have you go there.
Energy critical.
Gonna repeat this process on this side. Alright. And then this one is basically going to come up in this pattern. So you're gonna go there, and then we'll have one that basically connects here into the conveyor junction. Alright, and awesome. It's always nice when things work the way they're supposed to work. Okay. Almost out of power. And part of the reason for all of this is so that we can make the determination on whether or not we're going to run the med bay in here. Ooh, I also need to do a vent. So maybe if we take the conveyor junction at the middle, where everything ties in, take that lower one out, and we'll put in one of the conveyor vents so that it has the vent firing to the back wall. And since we're going to have the walkways in there, we'll be able to actually pressurize the entire room. That should work. All right. Okay, so I need to get the rest of this mined out and start getting things in here. And before I forget, I should be completely out of plates at this point. Yep. All right, production. We're just gonna queue up like 30,000 plates for right now. Let Bob have a field day with that stuff. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a quick cut. I'm gonna get the rest of the stone out of here, get the framework in, so we'll actually have the atmospheric envelope framed in, and then we'll make a determination on if we're gonna keep the ceiling where it's at or if we're gonna move it up one block. Right. So let me do that quick cut, get this stuff all sorted out, and we will be right back. And we're back again. Alright, so I got a little distracted. Had to go kill a few things, bring some parts back. And Bob has been welding for a while. So yeah. So this should at least give you an idea of what we're talking about for how things are going to play out here, I think. So now, let's try that once again. There we go. Alright, so what we're talking about here is we invert the walkways so that basically we'll be able to, like I said, we'll be able to see down into the area below. Now the question is do I want to have that entire area down there open, or do we want to go with a more closed design, because it's a whole lot of space down there to not have anything in. And I'm kind of I don't want to say worried, but like maybe worried is the right word for it. It just seems like a whole lot of empty space, you know? I'm thinking we're gonna leave it open for now. And yeah, we'll leave it open for now. What we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and did you guys turn? You did. Why did you turn? No, we'll see how it looks. It's coming up on, it's actually 2 a.m. my time, so. If I don't like it, I'll take them out and replace them. Now the idea is that we will have these, oh crap. We'll have these placed in such a way. What are you really? How did we? Man, talk about just like random misses. Alright. So let's go ahead and get a bit more of this done. And then one of these we're going to have flipped up and out of, well, it'll be kind of in the way, but it's going to be flipped up, and I think it's going to be this one because we can. All right. Maybe flip it down, maybe? No, we need to flip it up. But we could do it on that side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sneak a little ladder in. Actually, can I can place it there. Okay. And then that gives it the impression of being a access point. All right. Let's get the last couple of these in here. And then once we have these in, right, now we get to put the cool stuff in. All right. Let's go like so, and like so. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if we have enough parts for these because we have to go take the other reactors apart. So we're gonna see what it welds up. Yeah, actually we should have the parts for it. The only thing we might not have here is the grids. Kind of curious to see how this is all going. Okay. Hey, reactor's online. Now, we have been refining a lot of uranium, and I forgot about that. I went and looked, and we've got like 10K refined uranium right now. Oh, and we're only most of the way through the stack of the uranium ore. All right. So I think we're gonna go ahead. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for us today. We're just, the last couple of these will need to come online once these come up. We should be okay for power. And what I'll do, and I'm really, like I said, I'm kind of tempted to do it, and I don't know if I'm going to or not. Raising the roof up one block. So we still need. I want to get all of this stuff welded up first. Once everything's welded up, we'll remove the conveyor junction that's right there on the bottom, and we'll change that out for one of the junction vents, so we'll be able to have this room pressurized. Rest of these reactors, you're just needing grids and plates, and you're just missing grids. Alright, come here, you. Oh, let's do 200 of those. We'll swap those out really quick. We'll see if these guys are getting them first or if they're trying to give them to the armor blocks. Now, in theory, these guys should be welding up first. Alright, so this episode has definitely gone much longer than I was expecting. Both in actual time played as well as the length of the video. So we're going to call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the section below. And if you really did enjoy the episode and you're new to the channel or just haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that subscribe. Not only does it help the channel to grow, it lets me know that you're enjoying the content. And, well, it always looks good on YouTube. And it's free. How often can you say that? Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of the week for whatever it is, and have a fabulous weekend. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Hey, look. Wait a minute. You just had uranium. Ah, really? One of the reactors is stealing it all. Look at that. I have to go take those other ones offline.